Hello students. So in this video we have to talk about direct and indirect speech. So this is one of the important topic which we study in English grammar, and it comes in various competitions also. So it's very important topic which we have to understand. Okay. So you can see in this that there are the two things which we have to see, that is direct and indirect. So firstly you have to just understand the meaning, that what is speech. So speech means that whatever the words or the expressions or the ideas which any speaker is expressing or speaks. So it means that there are the two ways by which we can tell anything. So if something which is said by someone means the speaker or the reporter, you can say, so there is the one thing which is very important in this, that is the exact words which is said by the स्पीकर. तो जो एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स आपके स्पीकर कहता है आपका, सो दैट इज़ द डायरेक्ट स्पीच. बट इफ़ वी आर जस्ट चेंजिंग द वर्ड्स ओनली बट द मीनिंग इज़ नॉट चेंज्ड, सो दैट इज़ द केस ऑफ द इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच. तो इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच के अंदर आपका दैट वी समटाइम्स मेक सम चेंजेस इन द वर्ड्स, है ना. हम ऐसा तो नहीं है आपका दैट वी कैन टेल द सेम वर्ड्स which other person has spoken, है ना. if anybody has spoken some words, so whatever the actual words he had spoken, so we cannot tell those words, है ना. कभी कभी हम दूसरे की बात को कहते हैं कि that he was telling in such a way, so we give a sense which is same but the words gets different. Okay, so just look in this. So in this you have to see that direct speech and indirect speech. So firstly understand direct speech. So in the direct speech we see two things. One is the reporting speech, another is the reported speech. You can see in the last there is an example that he said I will call you. So in this you can see, so this is the, take a sentence which is divided into two parts. One is in the reporting speech and other is in the reported speech. तो ये sentence आपका दो parts में divide है आपका, but it is said that it is direct speech. ये जो sentence आपका direct speech है आपका, so we have to change this also. Now look into this, that he said, then comma is coming, and after that inverted commas is there, but between this within this inverted comma up you can see that something is written, ना. जो words आपके speaker के हैं means that he has said something. So this is that I will call you. So this is the reported speech and it is called the direct speech also, ना. जो message है आपका, so that is given in the direct speech. So I hope it's clear. Now come to the next thing that you see, that what we do. So we change few things. One is the tense, another is pronoun, and third that the words which shows the time and the places also. So we will talk about them one by one. तो हम एक एक करके बात करेंगे आपका. So firstly I will talk about the tenses. that if you see in the reported speech, अगर आपको reported speech में tense आपको present simple नज़र आता है, if you get present simple tense, then you have to change it into past simple. Okay, like that if it is that he writes well, so you would write that he, okay, wrote well. So in this you have to we will talk about some of the examples also. So just look into this. तो आपको सिर्फ ये चीज़ का ध्यान रखना है कि if you are getting such टेंसेज इन द डायरेक्ट स्पीच. डायरेक्ट स्पीच मीन्स जो कि आपका इन्वर्टेड कॉमास के अंदर आपके जो वर्ड्स हैं आपका, सो दैट इज़ कॉल्ड डायरेक्ट स्पीच. तो आपको उसके टेंस को देखना है. सो इफ़ यू सी प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस, सो यू हैव टू चेंज इट इनटू द पास्ट कंटिन्यूस. ओके, सो प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस मीन्स दैट इफ़ यू आर गेटिंग, ठीक है, द सब्जेक्ट प्लस इज एम आर प्लस verb first form plus ing and after that object. If you are getting such kind of thing in this, then you have to change it into the past, means was verb plus first form of the verb plus ing you have to use in this case. if you get past simple, present perfect और the past perfect, अगर आपको तीन सेंटेंस ये टेंसेस दिखते हैं, मीन्स पास्ट सिंपल and present perfect means if has or have is coming, if past perfect means had plus third form of the verb is coming, then you have to do one thing only, so that these three tenses will be changed into past perfect, means had plus third form of the verb. Okay, then past continuous, present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous, means two continuous ठीक है, मीन्स पास्ट कंटिन्यूस एंड पास्ट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस एंड प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस। तो परफेक्ट कंटिन्यूस एंड पास्ट कंटिन्यूस, so they will change into past perfect continuous means past perfect continuous means had plus been plus third फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब प्लस ing will come in this case because परफेक्ट जो हम शो करेंगे आपका इट विल बी रिफ्लेक्टेड बाय यूजिंग हैड, क्योंकि हैड पास्ट में यूज होता है आपका, एंड परफेक्ट सो इट इज हैड। नाउ कंटिन्यूस मीन्स दैट वी हैव टू यूज ing with the verb, that is verb first form plus ing, okay, and because you are showing that means two things simultaneously means perfect continuous, so you have to use been with it, तो आपको been का यूज़ करना होगा उसके अंदर आपका। So apart from this, that if you get future tenses also, so you have to change according to the condition, that what condition is given, तो क्या condition उसके अंदर दी हुई है, so you have to change according to this, okay। Now come to this part, that pronouns। So in this you can see that you are getting that he said to me you are my best friend, so है ना, so that part which is before the comma, he said to me, so in this he is the subject, me is the object, सो जस्ट लुक इन टू दिस। तो ये दो चीज़ें हैं आपका, ये ध्यान में रखनी है आपको। बट इफ़ यू आर गेटिंग सेकेंड पर्सन, यू आर माई बेस्ट फ्रेंड्स, यू इज़ द सेकेंड पर्सन इन द डायरेक्ट स्पीच, तो अगर आपको सेकेंड पर्सन ठीक है दिखता है डायरेक्ट स्पीच के अंदर मीन्स रिपोर्टेड स्पीच के अंदर, देन यू हैव टू चेंज अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, क्योंकि दैट इफ़ यू गेट सेकेंड पर्सन द डायरेक्ट स्पीच, सो चेंज इट अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द रिपोर्टिंग स्पीच। सो ऑब्जेक्ट यहाँ पे मी है आपका, दैट्स वाई इट विल बिकम आई। सो ही सेड टू, सो सेड टू विल चेंज इन टू टोल्ड। सो अगर आपको सेड टू मिलता है सिंपल स्टेटमेंट्स के अंदर मीन्स डिक्लेरेटिव सेंटेंस के अंदर या फिर असर्टिव कहें आपका, सो यू हैव टू जस्ट चेंज टोल्ड। सो ही टोल्ड मी दैट आई, एंड इट इज़ द सिंपल प्रेजेंट बिकॉज आर इज कमिंग इन दिस केस, सो दैट्स वाई यू हैव टू चेंज इट इन टू सिंपल पास। सो आई वॉज, okay, and so he said to me I was your best friend, clear। now next that you have to see the third person, if you get the third person, so there will be no change in this, it means that he, she, they, if any name of a person is coming in this case, so do not make any change, तो उसमें आपको कोई चेंज नहीं करना है, मीन्स ही, शी, दे इफ़ दे आर कमिंग इन द रिपोर्टेड स्पीच है, जैसे आप देख सकते हैं यू आर माई बेस्ट फ्रेंड, सो इफ यू की जगह अगर ही आता है, शी आता है या फिर दे आता है, या इफ एनी नेम इज कमिंग, so do not make any change, okay। so this is the family which they are showing। family means that we all know okay, there is not only one pronoun, so there are many pronouns, so I, we, you, he, she, they, and it also है ना, so they have the different forms which come। so if you get the case of possessive ना, अगर आपको possessive adjective का case है आपका, so you have to use my। if you get pronoun as a possessive pronoun, then you have to change it into mine, and if you get the case of objective case, then you have to change it into me। so similarly आपको अगर v मिलता है तो आपको चेंज करना होगा अकॉर्डिंग टू द कंडीशन, दैट इन विच कंडीशन द फॉर्म ऑफ v is coming, okay। if it is coming as a object, if it is coming as a possessive adjective also, if it is coming as a possessive pronoun, तो possessive pronoun आप देख रहे हैं थर्ड लाइन में जितने भी हैं, so these are the possessive pronouns, and in the second row you can see this is the case of possessive adjective, means that if any word which is coming before the object, then you have to change according to this। तो है ना, अगर आप चेंज करते हैं डायरेक्ट टू इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच में आपका, सो डू वन थिंग ओनली, that when you are changing the first person second person, so on that basis you have to change the different cases, means objective case या फिर आपका possessive adjective या possessive pronouns है, you have to change that thing, okay। now next thing which you have to see, so just see the examples in this case। so he said I like music है ना, just look into this है ना, so these are the different examples which are given, यहाँ पे बहुत सारे examples आपके दिए हुए हैं। so he said I like music, so आप डायरेक्ट देख सकते I like music, so this is the direct speech है ना, तो ये direct speech है आपका। सो आई इज़ द फर्स्ट पर्सन, सो आई को हम जो है आपका चेंज करेंगे ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द रिपोर्टिंग स्पीच, सो ही सैड इज़ द रिपोर्टिंग स्पीच, एंड ही इज़ द केस ऑफ थर्ड पर्सन, दैट्स वाई वी हैव टू पुट ही है ना। एंड आई लाइक म्यूजिक, दिस इज अ केस ऑफ सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, सो देयर इज अ मिस्टेक इन दिस, सो ही सैड दैट ही लाइक्ड music, okay। now next that see we, so I will change into he or she because it's the case of singular, if you get we सो इज फर्स्ट पर्सन, क्योंकि आपका फर्स्ट पर्सन है, आपको अगर वी मिलता है देन यू हैव टू चेंज इट इनटू दे, लाइक माइक एंड टॉम, सो दे आर द टू पर्सन, इट मीन्स दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्लूरल, है ना, तो एक पर्सन नहीं है आपका, सो माइक एंड टॉम टोल्ड मी, नाउ इट विल चेंज इनटू दे बिकॉज दैट माइक एंड टॉम सो सैड, अगर ये ऐसा है आपका माइक एंड टॉम सैड, सो इट मीन्स आपका ये थर्ड पर्सन कैटेगरी आपका, इन थर्ड पर्सन इफ यू सी द केस ऑफ प्लूरल देन यू हैव टू चेंज इनटू दे, सो दैट्स वाई दे, ठीक है, हो जाएगा आपका प्रोनाउन, बट वी प्ले फुटबॉल, सो दिस इज सिंपली प्रेजेंट टेंस, दैट्स वाई वी आर चेंजिंग इट इनटू simple past, so they played football. Okay, now next, if you get you, so this is the second person pronoun, तो अगर आपको सेकेंड पर्सन प्रोनाउन में यू दिखता है, सो यू हैव टू चेंज अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑब्जेक्ट, मीन्स that if you get after said any kind of thing like me, him, her, so you have to change according to this. Okay, like यहाँ पे आप देख रहे हैं जॉन, कैन यू सी मी, सो जॉन इज सेइंग टू मी, ठीक है, जॉन सेड टू मी कैन यू सी मी, ये सेंटेंस तरीके से आपका, सो जॉन इज आस्किंग समथिंग, सो दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन, सो इफ़ यू गेट एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम कैन, ठीक है, मीन्स हेल्पिंग वर्ब सबको मिलता है, कैन, इज, एम, आर, वॉज, वर, डू, डज, हैज़, हैव, शैल, विल, इफ़ यू गेट एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस, then you have to do one thing, that you have to use if or whether, so you can see in this that somebody is asking, this is a question, so John asked if, now you will change into according to me, so that's why if I, and can will change into could, I could see him, so because third person is there, so I could see him, so John, because of John. Okay, so this is the way which by which we can just see this thing. Now come to the next, the third thing which you have to change, that if you get such kind of words which are on the left side, means from के केस में आप देख रहे हैं that if you get last month, so change it into the previous month, and next month means following month, last week, the week before, if you get these words today, so that day change it, if you get this, so change it into that, अगर आपको now मिलता है then change it into then, here into there, these into those, here into hereafter means thereafter, so ago, before, so you have to do this thing. Now come to the next thing, just look in this, that and these are the examples. He said I live in the city center. Okay, so I is the first person, that is speech की बेस पहले आपको देखना है, so I live in the city center, this is a simple present tense, ये आपका simple present tense है आपका. now I is the first person, so you have to change according to the subject, आपको he के basis पे देखना है, so he said that he, now simple present है आपका, so past बनाना है उसको simple past, so he lived in the city center. now present continuous means I am going out, so change it into that, I will change into he, because first person pronoun है, तो आपके सब्जेक्ट के बेस पे होगा, so he said that he was going out, so because we are using was, because he is first person means singular है आपका, that's why we are putting this now. Okay, so if you are getting I have finished, so change it, because it is present perfect, so present perfect change into past perfect, that's why we are using this case. Okay, so in this way you have to just see that what we have to do now. Now come to the next thing, that what rules do we follow if we get the interrogative sentences. so direct speech है ना, direct speech में आप देख रहे हैं that you said to me, so said to is also coming and me is the object in the case, एंड आर यू इल, इट शोज इट इज़ सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, है ना, अगर आप जनरली इसको चेंज करें सो यू आर इल, सो इट इज़ सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस, सो बिकॉज इट इज़ इंटरोगेटिव, इट मीन्स दैट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि यहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चन है आपका वो क्या है ना, समबडी इज आस्किंग you said to me are you will, so somebody is asking, so that's why you have to just change it into said to into asked, है ना, तो आपको told यूज़ नहीं करना है आपको इसके अंदर, so you have to tell that you asked me, and if you get question from helping verb means are, is, am, that's why we are putting if, so if, now me is the object, so because you is the second person, तो second person you है, that's why we are changing according to me. तो क्योंकि आपका अगर आपको सेकंड पर्सन मिलता है डायरेक्ट स्पीच के अंदर, सो यू हैव टू चेंज अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑब्जेक्ट, एंड ऑब्जेक्ट इज मी इन द रिपोर्टिंग स्पीच, दैट्स वाई यू हैव टू पुट आई. क्योंकि अब ये सब्जेक्ट बनना है, दैट्स वाई मी विल चेंज इनटू आई, क्योंकि मी आपका ऑब्जेक्ट का केस है, बट इफ़ आई इज़ यूज इट इज़ अ सब्जेक्टिव केस. सो आई वॉज इल. सो सिंपल प्रेजेंट टू सिंपल पास्ट आपका. नाउ नूरजहाँ सेड टू हर मदर, डू यू लाइक टू टेल अ स्टोरी. सो मीन्स नूरजहाँ ने कहा डू यू लाइक टू टेल अ स्टोरी. सो इट इज़ अ, है ना, मीन्स समबडी इज आस्किंग. सो नूरजहाँ आस्क्ड हर मदर. सो हर मदर इज द थर्ड पर्सन. सो है ना, तो इसलिए हम अब यू का कि आपके सेकंड पर्सन है, दैट्स वाई वी हैव टू चेंज अकॉर्डिंग टू the object, and that is her mother. So that's why we have to use she, because her mother means it is feminine. That's why if she, and do you it shows simple present. That's why if she liked to tell a story. Okay, now see the next case also, that you said to me, do you hear me. So it is also a case of simple present tense. So you asked me if, now you is coming, so change it according to me. So if I, and then simple present simple past में change होगा, if I heard you. Now next the see the imperative sentences. If you see the imperative sentences, so you have to use a conjunction that is to. ठीक है, तो आपको conjunction एक तरीके से आप देखें infinitive है आपका, you will not use any conjunction like that. ठीक है, और आपका other things. So you have to understand the feelings also, that what kind of feeling is there. So it is order, advice, suggestion, a request. So you have to just put that and use to before the direct speech if you are changing. So master said to the servant to bring a new flower today. So it is a order which that master is giving to the servant. तो एक order है आपका, so that's why we are putting the order. So we will not change said to into told. That's why the master ordered the servant to bring. Now servant, ठीक है, is the third person. That's why to bring him a new flower, and today will change into that day. Now next the doctor said to the patient, eat fresh oranges and don't sit in the sun. So doctor said, so it is means a kind of advice है ना, कि आप fresh foods खाइए and do not sit in the sun. It is a kind of advice which doctor is giving. That's why we have to use said to की जगह हमें advice का use करना होगा. The doctor advised the patient. Now use to है ना, तो आपको to का use करना है imperative sentence में, to eat fresh oranges and don't sit in the sun. ठीक है, एंड डोंट चेंज इन टू नॉट टू. सो अगर आपको डू नॉट मिलता है या डज नॉट मिलता है, सो चेंज इन टू नॉट टू. सो नॉट टू सिट इन द सन. द बेगर वुमेन सेड टू अस, प्लीज बाय मी अ मील. सो इट इज़ अ काइंड ऑफ रिक्वेस्ट है ना, या बेगिंग आप इतने से. तो बेगर वुमेन बेग्ड अस टू बाय हर. सो वो बेगर वुमेन, सो दिस इज थर्ड पर्सन, तो दैट्स वाई टू बाय हर अ मील. Next come to the exclamatory sentences. The boy said, hurrah, we have won the match. So you have to just understand the feeling that is it a case of happiness, is it a case of sorrowness. तो अगर आपको इस तरीके की चीज़ें मिलती हैं तो यू हैव टू जस्ट चेंज द वर्ड्स. मीन्स आपको सैड टू या सैड को चेंज करना है, अदर वर्ड्स विच एक्सप्रेस द फीलिंग्स. सो दैट्स वाई द बॉय एक्सक्लेम्ड विद जॉय है ना. होर्रा मीन्स फीलिंग है हैप्पीनेस की. दैट we, so we is the first person, that's why you have to change according to the that subject के basis पे change करना है. तो that it is a case of plural, क्योंकि we is the case of, ठीक है, plural. that's why you have to change into they. So they, and it is we have won the match, so it is present perfect. so present perfect changes into past perfect, इसलिए आपका ये they had won the मैच. सो द बॉय एक्सक्लेम्ड विद जॉय. सो आपने सेट टू को चेंज, हुर्रा को चेंज करा सारा. यू हैव रिमूव द एक्सक्लेमेशन मार्क ऑल्सो, यू हैव रिमूव्ड ऑल द थिंग्स, देन यू आर पुटिंग इन दिस वे. Next you can see that the old woman said, alas, I have lost my purse. It is a kind of sorrowness. So the old woman exclaimed with sorrow. use that, because आप exclamatory sentence में that का use करेंगे आपका as a conjunction. And after that you have to say I have lost. So this is present perfect, so changes into past perfect. So I, now I is coming first person, so that changes according to the old man. So old man is the masculine, so he had lost. So now put his is put up because of he है ना, ये आपको possessive adjective है आपका. so possessive his हो जाएगा आपको. so it will change into he had lost his purse. so in this way you have to just see the next sentence. The child said, what a beautiful sight. So when you see what a beautiful, what a nice, how beautiful it is, so you have to change it very beautiful है ना. तो child exclaimed with delight तो ये हैप्पीनेस खुशी है आपका. सो दैट it, so it is a beautiful sight, so it is a non-living thing, that's why you have to use it as a pronoun. So it was a very beautiful sight. So I hope this is clear. If you have any confusion, so you can ask me. Thank you so much. So please share, subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Bye everyone.